Okay, I got this camera off eBay for $40. Pretty nice. This is the A55. What is it called? SLT A55A or V. A55V. Pretty nice, not bad at all. Look at it. Got the flip screen, it turns. Let's see, you can turn it, flip it around, use it for vlogging. And it wasn't coming on, and sometimes it would come on and say flash on the screen camera error. And it came with the original Sony charger. Didn't come with this lens. This lens I bought on another auction. It was a broken lens, but I got it to work. Just a little tab was broken inside the focus ring, and I glued it and it's working. But that's not what this video is about. So this camera I got for 40 bucks on eBay. Came with 2 Sony batteries, Sony charger, and wouldn't come on. Well, sometimes it would come on and it would say camera error. And so I put the meter on the batteries after charging them, and they showed good power. Stuck the meter in there. There shows on the back there positive, negative, and they showed power. So I was like, well, why don't this thing work? It's showing power. So I was, messing with it, and I noticed when I don't know what I was doing, but I took the battery out and I just happened to test it again, and it wasn't showing any power. I mean, zero. And I was like, what is going on here? I just charged this thing. So I put it back on the charger, and it ran a little bit, and then the charger went off like it was already charged. It didn't do a full cycle of the charge. So I put it back on the meter, and it shows that it has a good charge in it. So I was like, okay, well, and so I got this other battery here, and they were both doing the same thing. As soon as I put them in the camera, turn the camera on, take the battery out, the battery would show right here on the contacts, positive, negative, would show no volts. But if I put it in the charger, let the battery charge for a few seconds, took it off, put the meter back on it, it would show good charge. As soon as I put it in the camera, turn the camera on, the battery would show no charge. I was like, okay, well, there's something going on here. So I took this one apart, and let's see if I can get up here closer. This right here, I put the meter across here and here on that battery, and it had a great charge on it. And this was after I put it in the camera. Still had a good charge on it from here to here. But right here, if I put the meter on from here to here, which is one of these is positive and negative, it wasn't showing nothing. So I thought, okay, so there's something wrong with this little board here. So I took this wire. You see those wires that these weren't originally on here. This wire that's going running down over here, and this one that's soldered right there that's running this way. I put those on there. I jumped to this wire to the positive over here, and I jumped this one to that one over there. And if you can see that one wire where it turned brown, kind of black, because it accidentally touched on one of those little contacts there, and that wire started glowing red hot. I was like, oh man, this thing's gonna blow up on me. So I had to make sure I had to put this tape under it so it wouldn't burn up. I mean, this battery has some good juice on it. So then I took that battery, got the wires all jumped up in there, and I stuck it back in this case, and I just put this on there like that. I put it in the camera. Camera fires up and works great. It works great. No problem with the camera. And that battery, will work this camera great. Let's just show you real quick. It shows 59%. I don't know if that meter's right because I'm jumping the whole board of the battery. So the battery works. So then I thought, well, nothing wrong with the camera, and I went ahead and bought me some aftermarket batteries, because I figured if the camera's working, might as well spend the extra. Look at that. And the camera works great. Nothing wrong with it. Everything on it works. See if I can zoom on that. Oh, getting out of zoom there. Too close. But let me zoom out. Maybe if I can show you like that. Oh, this thing has this. Let me see if I can turn that off. No. Okay, let me move back. I just want to show you the focus. Everything works on it. There it goes. So everything works on the camera. Been using it with this new battery in it. There's, it shows 100% charge. And flip screen looks nice. Everything about the camera looks nice. It does have a little bit of wear right here. And this lens had that broken tab. I glued that, and this lens been working. And this is a 16 to 105. Pretty nice looking lens. Got a big zoom to it. So not bad little camera for 40 bucks. You're just missing the little rubber thing right here. And it all looks really good. Just has a little bit of wear right here. It has a little bit of wear inside there. I don't know if you see that. Right in there. And bottom looks good. The side looks good. It's got the mic input and all that good stuff that you need. And it's got GPS. Of course, I turned all that off. It's got all the GPS and everything. 16 megapixel. AV-C HD video. And it all works fantastic. So good deal on that. 40 bucks on eBay. Can't go wrong with that. I took the chance on it. And I even got this Sony charger. And all it was is these, both the batteries are doing the same thing. And they don't look that old, but you know, this is an old camera. So this is the original battery. Something in this little board here burned out. And it just wasn't giving the, as soon as you turn the camera on, it just cut the whole power cuts off from inside the battery. So if you're having that problem with the camera, you turn your camera on, you think your battery's charged, and then it says camera error, because it was flashing camera error on the LCD. Just buy a new battery. Take the chance buying a new battery. So that's what I did. Oh, well, I jumped this first, but I wouldn't recommend doing that, because if these little wire, man, I'm telling you, this battery is powerful. If you try to do this and that little wire jumps over there and connects with something, it'll sit there and just bake and burn. This whole wire turned glowing red, and I mean, it'll probably blow up on you. So don't do that. Just take the chance and buy a new battery and see if the thing works. If you have that same what is it called, camera, see, it was flashing on the LCD. It would say camera error and wouldn't do anything, and then it would shut off. And you could hear, when you put the battery in, you could hear the camera coming on, you know, doing its thing. And then as soon as you turned it on, it would just say camera error. and you couldn't do anything. So good deal. So I guess I'm gonna wrap this up here. If you got camera error, maybe it's your battery, because these little boards, something happens to them and they will not let that power go through. Something happened to this little board, because the battery itself has good power. I mean, if I put the meter here and here, it has good power and it'll bake this little wire up. So it's not the cell. And also, if you take the meter, I think this was the positive. If you take the meter from here to here, you'll get 4 volts. And from here to here, you'll get 8 volts. So this is the half. This pole over here is the bottom of these cells. So this is the one that's splitting it in half, making it, connecting the bottom to the top. So it's not the cell, and I'm sure this one's the same thing. I'm sure this one has good cells in it too. It's just something with that little board on the top that it's just not letting it get through. Something shorted out here on the top. I don't know, but it's something with this little board. So good deal. All right, I guess I'm gonna wrap this up here. If you got a problem with your camera error, might want to try to get a new battery. All right, I'm out.